Okay, so this is the final for the day. Not feeling that good about my race weekend at this point, but here I line up in again 6th, I think. I think I'm 6th, so pretty much where I started. Anyway, so here we go, down the outside again behind Steve Lowerson and Darren Formosa on the inside. I thought, okay, I could go the inside, but then Darren was going a bit slow, so I tried to go around the outside, couldn't quite make it, but at least he got past Steve Lowerson, so that's an interesting one. And you can see Benjamin Casapor is actually just ahead of Darren Formosa, so he was electrically qualifying, but was a little bit slower in the races, so I don't know what happened to him on this day. But I find it really fascinating in this heat that everybody is so close. We've got Wayne Crump up ahead of Benjamin Casapor, we were battling in Heat 1. And I think up above, in front of him must be John Pringle, I think. I think John's in the lead here. So it just goes to show you how close this group of karts are. Everyone's really close. But again, I feel like I just have to kind of sit at the back and watch it all happen because of not really being able to make a move on the straights. Again, you can see him getting away there, so definitely I'm going to have to go down a ratio, find a way to get into a better power band with the Rotax, because everybody knows at the circuit the X30s are better with straight line speed, and you know, everyone always says to me, oh, just get an X30, but they are $4,500, and I don't particularly feel like forking out $4,500 for a new engine after we've spent so much already. So anyway, I'm enjoying it as much as I can with the equipment I've got. So yes, I think I'm doing not too bad in this race because Wayne is, because you can see John Pringle up at the front. Wayne Crump is holding up Darren, and Darren went for a pass there but didn't quite make it. And Benjamin Casapor is just behind Darren, and then there's Steve, and then there's me. So yeah, it's good to be up with these guys because all these guys are pretty quick. So it's good to sort of say, well, at least I'm in this leading pack. I'm not getting left behind, so that's a good thing. And you can see the camera is bouncing so much because it's starting to come loose. And I really felt in this race that, yeah, if I had been better placed, I could have kept up. I could have passed Wayne Crump, I think, if I had positioned myself better or had better straight line speed or whatever. I think I could have passed him. And I think Darren was trying to have a go at Casapor there. So, oh, there we go. Darren's gone up the inside there. That's an incredibly dangerous place to go on the inside, but he's managed to make it stick. So now it's... oh, there we go. I went sideways, and this is always a mistake, because as soon as you go sideways there, you know someone's going to come down the inside. And sure enough, it's Andrew Draffin, and that's because Andrew had a problem in the previous heat where he got clipped by Steve Lowerson, so I knew he was behind me, and sure enough, he came through. And you can see the camera's going a bit sideways now. But I wasn't too annoyed about that because I knew Andrew Draffin was going to be really fast, and one little mistake out of that last corner and he would be through, and he was. But anyway, managing to keep up with everyone, which is good. But again, on the straight, just having to kind of hold on as much as I can. And there's no changes yet, but look at how close everybody is. In fact, even Benjamin Casapor is losing ground to Wayne Crump. So that's so surprising. I did speak to Ben, and he was saying that he doesn't know why sometimes the... Oh, there we go, something's happened.
Oh my goodness, this is fantastic!
Because somebody pushed through. I'm not sure exactly what happened. But anyway, and also Andrew Draffin got ahead of Steve Lowerson, so that's interesting. But Ben was saying that basically sometimes this circuit's incredibly inconsistent. He was crazy good in qualifying, but in the race, in this one, he seems to be doing much the same lap times as everybody else. And I knew Darren was going to come through there because he's super quick. And like I said, with my ratio the way it is, oh, there goes the camera, there's not much I can do on the straight. Okay, and as I go around the corner, the G-forces will bring that camera back down. And this is in a very unfortunate situation that occurs now, but...
And look at that! This is what we were fearing might happen during the race.
There goes the engine. So not only is the camera falling over, but all of a sudden the engine just conked to a halt. And after all of my work, all of the effort and everything, the engine's kicked the bucket.
Now, this could change and will change the World Championship.
And you can see here also, this is a picture of me on the side of the road as I kind of contemplate my next steps in karting. Apparently the issue with the engine was a failed bearing, but the reason for this, he said, was probably more to do with the oil quality. We use Maxima oil, which seems to be okay, but the engine builder was saying it might be better if we use something that's a bit more Rotax specific. So I had been thinking about what to do after this race. I was considering getting an X30, but after talking to some people and talking to the kart shops, that sort of thing, they all pretty much came to the conclusion that the best option is to go and just get a brand new engine, get a brand new X30, which is probably about $4,500. Or the other alternative was to persist and try to refix the Rotax. And luckily, for the short term anyway, my engine builder managed to find some cheaper parts to actually put the Rotax back together for, you know, the price of what it would have cost to have done a bottom and top end rebuild anyway. So even though this is a bit frustrating to have to go and rebuild the engine again, it's something that I would have had to have done anyway, and it means that this engine is no longer just going to be a lump of metal. It's actually going to be used again, and I'm looking forward to racing it again. I'm actually thinking about going into the Oakley Club Day next time because I didn't really have a very good Todd Road race day, I felt like, and I think that into the future I'm probably going to have to look at an X30 anyway, but at this stage I'm not really in a position to go and just splash $4,500 on a new X30, so I'm persisting with the Rotax for now, and thank you very much for watching.